Alright friends, I know you've been hunting around looking for new builds. I have too. You're getting bored with the same old, same old. It's all just make sure you have all your abilities up, make sure you play with this gun, do all these things, synergize, it's all great. But nobody ever sits here and just goes, you know what, I'm just gonna hit random and see what I get. Well, welcome to another episode of Will It Tato, the game show where we hit the random button on the dim loadout screen and it tells us, hey, you're gonna start playing with this. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna hit the randomize loadout button on my Dream Deck and we're gonna see what happens. This time, my friends, my whole vault space is pretty darn full. I don't have much more wiggle room to grow, so there's definitely some garbage stuff in here. Last time we did this, I had done it on the heels of just having cleaned my vault, so we're gonna see what kind of crazy things that we get this time. All right, my light level's gotten a little bit lower. Apparently this build is gonna be strand and some distance built into it, so let's see what we got going on here. First of all, let's look at these stats. Absolute garbage, friends. It just, that doesn't seem great. My best stat so far is my discipline with a 50, so that's gonna be a blast. For my strand build, we're doing the normal marksman dodge, we got triple jump, we got the threaded spike, we've got the grapple grenade, we got whirling maelstrom and widow's silk. And for our fragments, we've got thread of propagation, thread of generation, thread of warding, and thread of fury. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to need some unraveling rounds. We're going to have lots of grenade energy, which is going to be good because we're already got double grapples going. We're going to get woven mail on orbs of power pickup. We're going to have tangles granting us melee energy. So if I lean into running around with tangles, I think that's going to pick up a lot of what we're missing. Then looks like we've got the Names Lance, the sniper out of the Warlord's Ruin dungeon with reconstruction and deconstruct on it. That should be nice with increased reload speed. Cool. So naturally what you want to pair with a sniper is a bow with archer's tempo and precision instrument. And then we've got the dragon cult sickle, the sword also out of the new dungeon. Then helmet, we don't have any mods going. On my gloves, we've got recovery and strand dexterity, nice. Momentum transfer and heavy handed, okay. Nothing on the chest, nothing on the legs, and nothing on the cloak. All right, to test out this build, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a Vanguard operation. We're gonna play a match in the Crucible, and then based on last time, we're going to also play a round of the Coil because the enemies will grow in difficulty and make us feel more like we're running against some in-game content without actually loading into it. All right, friends, let's see how this goes. I don't know how much I'm gonna like all this extra grapple given that all my weapons are like at a distance with the exception of my sword. Of course, you only do so well if you actually hit your shots. See, I feel like that was a good play for this. I get to keep running with, like having some distance on my my shots, and then when I make a tangle at a distance, I can still just hit it. See, I gotta be able to hit my shots. I'm just not a very good sniper, guys. That wasn't a bad maneuver. Oops! Next is gonna be a really bad choice, but I mean, I committed to it. Okay, the only way we're gonna be able to survive and do well is I've got to stay on the outside. All right, well, that's the first one. See, you got to be able to hit your shots. It's going to get me every time. See, this doesn't surprise me that I'm last on the team. I can't play the objective, and I'm not getting kills. Hey, I can finally do something, guys. Burp. Wah, wah. Oh, I am not gonna be good here at all. Like, I'll be good during the traversal sections, but most of the rooms, I'm not gonna be okay, guys. All right, first boss room. Let's see how this goes. You know, I'm thankful that Dim didn't just like go full into the trash in into my vault to say, hey, let's make Spuds play with this. Okay, there's so many tangles. I don't even deserve to play this game anymore. It's the build. All right, just throw in tangles. Are all three of us running bows? Guys, you don't have to run bows. I'm stuck with this build. I don't get much of a choice. My resilience is trash. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this build really stumped me at first. I didn't know how to place it. It wasn't really like built to specialize in one thing. It really wasn't built to capitalize on any sort of idea or specific synergies. So I didn't know really what I wanted to do with it. So the first thing that I did was I noticed that there are no exotics in this build at all. The first thing that I did was switching out the point of the stag bow for Trinity Ghoul. That way I didn't feel like I was changing very much. It was still an electric bow. Felt like I was able to do some more close range combat with this, especially since the catalyst allows me to activate the lightning rod perk with really any electric damage instead of just headshots from the bow. The second change that I chose to make was to add the Certarachne's facade helmet to this build. This is because the enhanced ability to gain woven mail now will also give me flinch resistance, which definitely helps with my aiming of the sniper rifle while I'm also taking damage. With those couple of tweaks in hand, I then took the build into the Nightfall and got playing around with it. And I really felt like these two things really enhanced this build. But ultimately, I don't think I'm going to keep this build around. This build definitely did not Tato either, which is really a shame because we are now 0 for 2 using Dim's random loadout generator. But let me know what you think. Look in the description down below and you'll see the Dim link for the original loadout, and tell me what you think you would tweak. How would you make this build more effective? What do you think needs to be changed, and am I on the right path when I'm adding Certarachnes and Trinity Ghoul? If you like this video, make sure that you take a look at the first iteration of Will It Tato, and let me know down below, what is the next class I should do? Should I do another Hunter build? Should I do a Warlock build? Or should I do a Titan build? And with that, I will catch you in the next video.